What up people, Demoghost here, and with Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out this month, I figured that this would be a great time to talk about one of my all-time favorite series. To start things off, why not take a look at some of the most awkward, uncomfortable, or plain old goofy moments from the original Final Fantasy VII. This is the top 7 most awkward moments in the original Final Fantasy VII. In the small city of Junon, you meet a young girl named Priscilla who Cloud saves from the brink of death through an incredibly fun and interesting CPR scene. The next day, she meets you and helps you sneak into Shinra through a high voltage tower standing in a body of water that connects the lower part of the town to the upper Shinra area. And what genius plan does this little girl have for our brave heroes? Her plan is to blow a whistle to call a dolphin, cleverly named Mr. Dolphin, and toss you up to the high railing of the tower hanging over a body of water with electricity coursing through it. This part of the game is bizarre to say the least, and honestly, I can't wait to see how they handle the situation in the remake, if it's even going to make it into the remake in the first place. The trip to the Golden Saucer is one of the most iconic events in Final Fantasy VII, with the Ferris wheel scene being one of the most memorable. If you play your cards right, you can take your favorite waifu on a nice date on the Ferris wheel. Depending on the choices you've made, you'll go on a date with either Tifa, Aerith, Yuffie, or Barret. If you wind up with Barret for your romantic evening, it is understandably uncomfortable. The two still hate each other's guts at this point and have also shown no known attraction for the same gender. Well, maybe Cloud has. But the night gets even more awkward when Barret questions Cloud about his actual romantic interest before accusing him of being attracted to his 4-year-old daughter Marlene. Jeez, Barret, really jumping the gun on this one, aren't you? Get it? Because his arm's a gun? Yeah. Some legendary games are known for their masterful storytelling, incredible gameplay, or mind-blowing graphics. If there's one thing FF7 is known for, it's how its main protagonist dresses up as a girl. FF7's cross-dressing scene is both awkward and hilarious as Cloud is forced to disguise himself as a woman to rescue his friend Tifa from the slimy clutches of the sex-obsessed Don Corneo. It's not like it's just some quick scene that plays fast to get a quick laugh out of you either. Instead, it's a painstaking process where you have to collect all the necessary items to turn Cloud into a pretty little princess. The situation only gets funnier if you answer the questions correctly to get Don Corneo to actually choose Cloud over the 2 other women in your party. I honestly can't wait to see how they've handled this scene in the remake since it's already been confirmed to be there. Our foul-mouthed airship captain is more than a pack of cigarettes and some curse words. He's also an abuser. When you visit Cid's house, you meet his assistant Shara who lives with him. He verbally assaults her in front of everybody and she just apologizes and begins making tea. The tension in the room is so palpable that even some of the party members speak up to ask why she puts up with his berating. Turns out, not only is Cid heaping the abuse on Shara non-stop, but she's also convinced that it's her fault and that she deserves it. Yeesh. No amount of tea is gonna clear the air in this room. Cid, I think you got some issues you need to sort out. Towards the end of the game, when there's a giant meteor hurtling down towards the planet and all hope seems lost, Cloud and Tifa find themselves alone together on the Highwind. Since this might be their last day alive together, they decide to share an intimate moment down in the fields below the airship. The next day, when they return to the ship, they're greeted by all their friends who have returned to help them fight Sephiroth. A few of them even shared in Cloud and Tifa's intimate moment together with them. Barret, Cid, and Red totally watch Cloud and Tifa bang all night long, and Tifa gets super embarrassed. Aw, how cute. Also, like, super creepy dudes, like, what the hell? Hojo is just the worst in the best way. He's creepy and maniacal, knowing no boundaries for his disturbing experiments. Just the kind of villain you love to hate. And he goes hard from the very beginning. While invading Shinra's headquarters, you stumble upon one of Hojo's experiments, where he's attempting to breed Aerith with a talking dog in order to save their endangered species? Talk about messed up. Fortunately, you manage to rescue Aerith and even gain a new party member, Red 13, who reveals he had no intention of going along with Hojo's crazy schemes. Hojo, you're such a fucking creep. One of, if not the most infamous scene in the game, takes place in the Honeybee Inn. You can only visit the Honeybee Inn while on the quest to turn Cloud into a girl at the Wall Market. If you enter one of the rooms on the left, Cloud gets cornered by a bunch of macho men that seem to undress him and gang up on him in an incredibly small bath for that amount of people. The scene that follows has some of the most incredibly uncomfortable dialogue that insinuates some naughty behaviors taking place that Cloud may or may not be okay with. And for all of Cloud's trouble, he is gifted some underwear by one of the men that got to know him a little bit more intimately. Daddy's lonely. That's it for this video. Are there any moments I missed that you think should be on this list? Let me know in the comments below, and there'll be more Final Fantasy videos to come this month, so don't forget to subscribe for more.